Are there too many Amazon dropshipping sellers in 2021? The answer might surprise you because the answer is actually yes, but it is no a little bit too. So let me go ahead and explain. So there are lots of people that dropship on Amazon. As a lot of you guys know, especially if you watch my other videos that are on this channel, I dropship on Amazon. I make over $100,000 a year in profit. I work about 45 minutes to an hour a day. 45 minutes to an hour a day. And it's pretty nice. I'm able to work from my computer. I don't have to ever leave the house. There's benefits to it. It's nice. There's benefits to it. There's definitely benefits to it. It's nice. I can live anywhere I want to live. About 6 months ago, I wanted to live somewhere else, so I just moved. Right? I'm working from home, so it's nice. But one of the concerns that I had when I got started in this business is it too saturated? Are there too many people drop shipping? And the answer is there is, but there's not at the same time. So let me go ahead and explain this. There are a lot of people drop shipping. In the general drop shipping sense, it is saturated. But it's only saturated from people that kind of half-ass the business and don't fully go all in with it. It's saturated from people that do okay with it, but don't fully commit to learning and really, really getting good at all the aspects of it. And those people, they usually don't make that much money. They usually struggle. They usually don't know what they're doing. And, there's a lot of other issues and problems that come up from that. The percentage of people that are really good at dropshipping, that run a tight ship, that make lots of profit, that keep their store generally healthy, that have a lot of, virtual assistants that help in their store so they don't have to work that much, that is actually pretty low. So if someone was watching this and they were talking to me and they're like, Aaron, I'm looking to just get into the business, but I'm not really wanting to really commit, to really learn, to really study, to really, really get a good handle of this, I would say that market's saturated. I'd say you're probably not going to make any money because you're probably not going to be able to find that many profitable items. And the ones that do, you're probably not going to be able to make that much profit on them. And even the ones that you do, you're probably going to have all sorts of other issues with the business. Listing the wrong items, returns taking too long, getting a lot of negative feedback, all sorts of things that could happen. So I would say, for that person, it is saturated, you should leave. But if you're the type of person who is really serious about this business, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to spend time, because let me give you guys a secret. It takes time to get good at anything. Takes time to get good at anything. Now, I'm very impatient, and I don't like hearing that, but it takes time to get good at anything. But if you're the type of person that's okay committing and really spending a solid 6 to 12 months to really get good at this business. Now, in order to get great at this business, you have to be good. And in order to be good, you have to be decent. And in order to be decent, you have to be okay. And in order to be okay, you kind of got to suck. And in order to suck, you got to suck. And in order to suck, you have to not even know anything. So if you're willing to go through that initial phase and say, you know what? I don't know that much now, but I'm willing to learn. And I'm willing to go through the course. It was Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, says that all businesses he's seen, right? I don't know if it was all or it was a bunch. I don't know. A bunch of businesses he sees, they start off and they're taking action. And time's going by. It could be weeks, it could be months. Months after months, and maybe they make a little bit of money, but they have an issue. A little money, they have issue. It's only after usually an extended period of time that the business reach a peak, and then pretty quickly it starts to take off. Most people, they're here, and they're taking action, and they're learning, but they're not really committing. Or they're not getting to the point where they've gone through enough BS. They've solved enough problems. They've fixed enough issues where their business really skyrockets. So I would tell you, if you're the type of person and you just want to do this, it's saturated, don't do it. But if you're going to really commit a good 6 to 12 months, spending, I would say, at least 20 hours a week on this business, okay? People come to me, they want to make 6 figures a year. They want to watch 2 YouTube videos. They want to be making it tomorrow. They want to be taking minimal action. But if you're willing, spend 20 hours a week, if not more if you can do it. go through as much training and consume as much training as you can. Take a lot of action, run into certain issues and get those issues fixed, then it's not oversaturated for you. Because the percentage of people that are really good at this business is not that many. So when you get your skill sets and your systems for your business, and you have better systems and better processes, and you can handle scenarios better than they can, you'll be able to consistently find lots of profitable items. You'll be able to handle tough situations easier. And you'll be at your skill set will be high enough where you can handle the tough things. It's like if I was saying, if someone came to me and they're like, Aaron, should I play in the NBA? Is the NBA saturated? The basketball, right? NBA for basketball. Is that saturated? I would say the same answer. Yes and no. If you're going to play basketball 3 hours a week and, you're not going to watch videos on basketball, you're not going to get better, you're not going to pay money to get a coach, right? Then yeah, you're not going to be able to make it in the NBA. It's saturated. But, and guys, I know if you're 50 years old, you probably can't get in the NBA. But if someone kind of young is starting out, I would say, if you're going to half-butt it, yeah, it's saturated. But if you're like really going to commit and you're going to like practice multiple hours a day, and when you're not practicing, you're studying and you're watching theory and you're watching videos, and maybe you're watching your videos, you record yourself playing basketball and you kind of learn from the videos you're watching, you're comparing yourself, I would say it's actually not that saturated. It's not really a question of is it saturated or not. It's a question of are you willing to do the work to make it the top 5 to 10% of people where your skill set's better than theirs. That's the question. And the final thing I'll leave you with is it's actually not as hard as you would think to get in the 5-10%. Because most people, guys, especially in the online space, they jump around from business to business. They do Amazon for 2 months. They do Shopify for 2 months. They do cryptocurrency for 2 months. They do Forex for 2 months. They sell leads to clients for 2 months. They do, the real estate thing with Grant Cardone for 2 months. That's what a lot of people do in the internet space. So just committing and getting really serious, if you're willing to do that for a good 6 to 12 months and just focus on this business, right? Don't jump around from business to business. It's not saturated. You can make this work. Even though it's 2021, you can definitely make this work. For someone that's willing to work hard and put in the work, they can definitely 100% be successful and make a lot of money in this space. But they have to be willing to do what we talked about previously. Put in the work, stay with this, and really become a student so they can kind of go through this phase, get all the information they need, keep improving their skill sets, and then get to the point where their business starts to take off.